Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered why the world is always trying to break you? Why every step forward feels like a battle and every victory is questioned? Why, no matter how much strength you carry in your heart, someone somewhere is waiting for you to fall? I have. I have been there at the lowest point where the weight of expectations crushes your soul, where your dreams feel like distant echoes and the world convinces you that you are not enough. They will tell you you are weak, you are incapable, you will never make it. And when you rise, they will say you got lucky. You don't belong here, sit back down. Every man, every critic, every doubter, waiting, watching, hoping for you to break. But let me tell you something, you are not here to surrender. When life pushes you down, you have two choices: to stay there and let them win, or to rise so high that their doubts become meaningless whispers. You must understand this. Your failures do not define you, your setbacks do not determine your worth, and your struggles do not dictate your future. There will always be moments in life when you feel like the world is against you. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much effort you put in, there will be people who question your abilities, doubt your strength, and expect you to fail. It is almost as if life constantly puts obstacles in your path to see how much you can endure. Every time you take a step forward, there is something or someone trying to pull you two steps back. The reality is, this is not a coincidence. This is a test of your resilience, your patience, and your ability to rise above the challenges that come your way. Society has a way of conditioning us to believe that strength is measured in power, in physical might, in dominance over others. But true strength has nothing to do with how loudly you speak or how much control you exert over people. True strength is found in the quiet moments when you refuse to give up. It is in the way you keep moving forward when everything inside you is telling you to stop. It is in the way you choose to smile when the world gives you every reason to cry. Strength is not just about winning battles, it is about refusing to surrender, even when defeat seems inevitable. People will push you sometimes to your limits. They will test your patience, challenge your beliefs, and try to break your spirit. Some will do it out of jealousy, some out of fear, and some simply because they cannot stand to see you rise. You will hear words that make you question yourself, words that shake your confidence and plant seeds of doubt in your mind. There will be moments when you wonder if they are right, if you are in fact not capable, not worthy, not enough. And in those moments, you will face a choice to believe them or to believe in yourself. There is no easy path to greatness. Every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has faced rejection, failure, and criticism. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the willingness to endure, to keep standing when everything is pushing them down. You must understand that the world is not against you because you are weak. The world tests you because you are strong. It challenges you because it sees the potential within you. Pain, struggle, and hardship are part of the journey. They are not meant to break you, they are meant to shape you. Every obstacle, every hardship, every moment of doubt is preparing you for something greater. You are being molded, refined, and strengthened in ways you may not understand right now. The pressure you feel is not meant to crush you, it is meant to build you. Life does not test those who are not destined for something bigger. If you feel like the world is testing you, it is because you are meant for more. Every person in this world has faced failure at some point in their life. It does not matter how talented, intelligent, or hardworking you are, failure is inevitable. There will be moments when things do not go as planned, when your efforts do not yield results, and when life takes an unexpected turn that leaves you feeling lost. In those moments, it is easy to think that failure defines you, that it is a reflection of who you are and what you are capable of. But the truth is, failure is just an event, a temporary setback, a lesson disguised as a roadblock. It does not have the power to determine your future unless you let it. People often fear failure because they see it as an end. They believe that failing means they are not good enough or that they have reached the limit of their abilities. But failure is not the end of the road, it is simply a detour, a redirection, an opportunity to grow. Some of the most successful people in history have failed countless times before achieving greatness. They did not allow their setbacks to define them. Instead, they used them as stepping stones towards something greater. They understood that failure is not a sign of weakness but a necessary part of the journey. When you fail, society will try to label you. People will point fingers, judge you, and remind you of every mistake you have ever made. They will say that you were not meant for success, that you should have taken an easier path, that you were foolish for even trying. It is in these moments that you must remind yourself that their words do not define you. What defines you is how you choose to respond to failure. Do you let it consume you or do you use it to fuel your determination? Every setback carries a lesson, and every mistake has something to teach you. When things do not go as planned, take a moment to reflect, not to criticize yourself, but to understand what went wrong and how you can do better. Growth comes from discomfort, from pushing yourself beyond your limits, from daring to try even when success is not guaranteed. The strongest individuals are not those who have never fallen, but those who have fallen and risen again, stronger and wiser than before. Failure does not mean that you are incapable. It does not mean that you are not worthy of success. It simply means that the path you took did not work, and now you have the opportunity to find a better one. The world may judge you for your failures, but you must not judge yourself too harshly. You are more than your mistakes, more than your missteps, more than the moments when things did not go as planned. Strength is not about never failing, it is about refusing to let failure hold you back. The most powerful transformations happen when you embrace failure as part of the process and keep moving forward no matter how many times you fall. From the moment we are born, the world starts shaping our perception of ourselves. People tell us who we should be, what we should do, and how we should act. They create invisible boundaries around us, making us believe that our worth is dependent on their approval. It is an exhausting cycle, constantly seeking validation, trying to fit into expectations, and feeling like no matter what you do, it is never enough. But the truth is, your worth has never been in their hands. It has never been something for others to decide. There will always be people who try to define you by their own standards. They will measure your success, your beauty, your intelligence, and your abilities based on their limited perspective. They will compare you to others, highlighting your flaws while overlooking your strengths. And if you allow their opinions to dictate your self-worth, you will forever be a prisoner to their judgments. But what happens when you stop listening to them? What happens when you decide that your value is not determined by what they think? That is when you truly begin to live. When you rely on others to validate your worth, you give them power over you. You allow their words to affect your confidence, their doubts to shape your decisions, and their criticism to hold you back. But the moment you realize that their opinions are just noise, that they hold no real weight unless you let them, you free yourself. You stop living for their approval and start living for yourself. That is when you take ownership of your life, your dreams, and your happiness. The world does not get to decide how valuable you are. Your achievements, your failures, your past, and your struggles do not dictate your worth. You are worthy simply because you exist. No validation from the outside world will ever be enough if you do not believe in yourself. And no amount of doubt or criticism can shake you when you know deep down that you are enough just as you are. Remember, the moment you decide to chase your dreams, you will face resistance. The world will tell you that your goals are too big, that your ambitions are unrealistic, and that you should lower your expectations. People will question your choices, criticize your decisions, and remind you of every possible way you could fail. The more you try to break free from the limitations society imposes, the more it will try to pull you back. But here is the truth. If you want to rise beyond expectations, you have to stop letting them define you. Most people live within the boundaries set for them, never questioning whether they could go further, be better, or achieve more. They accept the limits placed upon them because it is easier to follow the path that has already been walked than to carve out a new one. But those who achieve greatness, those who make a difference in the world, are the ones who refuse to stay inside the lines. They are the ones who dare to believe in something bigger, who take risks even when success is uncertain, and who push themselves beyond what anyone thought was possible. The moment you start believing in your own potential, the world will push back. It will try to convince you that you are not good enough, that you are not capable, that you should settle for less. And if you listen to those voices, if you allow them to take root in your mind, they will hold you back. But if you choose to silence them, if you decide that your belief in yourself is stronger than their doubts, then there is nothing that can stop you. Fear will try to keep you small. It will tell you that failure is too painful, that rejection is too hard, and that stepping outside of your comfort zone is too risky. But growth does not happen in comfort. Success does not come from playing it safe. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable has had to overcome fear, doubt, and uncertainty. They have had to take leaps of faith, to walk paths where there were no guarantees, to keep going when everything inside them told them to turn back. The expectations placed on you by others are not your destiny. You do not have to follow the script that has been written for you. You have the power to rewrite your story, to set your own standards, and to define success on your own terms. It does not matter if people think your dreams are impossible. It does not matter if they laugh at your vision or dismiss your ambitions. What matters is that you believe in yourself enough to keep going, even when no one else does. There will be moments when you feel alone in your journey, when the road ahead seems uncertain, and when you wonder if it is worth it. But every step you take beyond the limits placed on you is a step toward becoming who you were always meant to be. The world may try to hold you back, but the only limits that truly exist are the ones you accept. There will be times in life when no one will believe in you. People will question your dreams, your abilities, and your choices. They will remind you of everything that could go wrong, everything you lack, and every reason why you should give up. You may hear things like, "You are not ready," "You don't have what it takes," or "You are wasting your time." The voices of doubt will surround you, and the loudest one may even come from within yourself. Doubt is a powerful force. It sneaks into your mind, makes you second guess your potential, and convinces you that you are not enough. When you face rejection or failure, it amplifies the fear that maybe they were right. Maybe you were never meant to succeed. In those moments when the world stops believing in you, you have a choice. Will you believe in their doubts, or will you believe in yourself? Every great success story begins with someone who refused to give up, even when no one else saw their potential. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not talent, luck, or privilege. It is belief. It is the unshakable faith in one's own ability to rise, to grow, and to overcome. It is the willingness to keep going even when the path is unclear and even when success seems far away. The truth is, no one will understand your vision the way you do. No one will feel the fire inside you, the hunger to achieve, the passion that keeps you awake at night. People will judge based on what they see, but they will never truly understand the depth of your dreams. And because they cannot see what you see, they will doubt you. They will try to fit you into their version of reality, their expectations, and their limitations. But their doubts are not your truth. You do not need validation from the world to pursue what sets your soul on fire. You do not need permission to chase what makes you feel alive. The only belief that truly matters is the one you have in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, you find a way. You push forward when others would stop. You see possibilities where others see obstacles. You find strength even in the face of failure. People will only believe in you once you have proven yourself. But belief should not come after success, it should come before it. It should be the foundation on which you build your journey, the force that keeps you moving when everything else tells you to quit. If you wait for the world to believe in you before you take action, you will be waiting forever. You must be your own biggest supporter, your own motivator, your own source of strength. No matter how many people doubt you, no matter how lonely the journey feels, you must choose to believe in yourself when no one else does. Life has a way of making you feel small. It throws obstacles in your path, tests your patience, and challenges your strength. There will be days when you feel invisible, as if no one sees the effort you put in, the battles you fight, or the pain you endure in silence. There will be moments when you wonder if all of it is worth it, if you're truly capable of achieving something meaningful, or if you're simply destined to fade into the background. The weight of expectations, failures, and self doubt can be overwhelming, making it easy to believe that you're not enough. But the truth is, you were never meant to stay in the shadows. You are always meant to shine. You are not defined by your struggles. You are not the pain you have endured, the mistakes you have made, or the moments when you have fallen short. You are so much more than that. Within you is the ability to rise beyond the challenges that try to break you. The strength you need is already inside you, waiting for you to acknowledge it, to embrace it, and to use it. But you have to believe that you are worthy of something greater, that you deserve to take up space, that you have every right to be seen, heard, and respected. People will try to dim your light. They will say you are too ambitious, too different, too much. They will try to make you shrink, to make you question your dreams, to make you feel like you do not belong. But their opinions do not define you. Their words hold no power unless you allow them to. The world may try to convince you that you are ordinary, but deep down you know that you are not. You know that you have something special inside you, something unique that no one else can offer. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the road ahead seems too difficult, when failure feels like the only outcome, when your dreams seem too far away. But the difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not that they never felt doubt or fear. It is that they refuse to let those feelings stop them. They kept going even when it was hard, even when no one believed in them, even when every door seemed to close. They refused to let the world define their limits. You were not put on this earth to live in the shadows of others, to hide your brilliance, or to accept anything less than what you deserve. You have the power to create the life you dream of, to become the person you were meant to be. No matter what anyone tells you, no matter how many times you have been knocked down, no matter how impossible it seems, your story is far from over. You were never meant to break, you were always meant to shine.